Welcome to Verse Agreement.
Hi, I'm Lily.
And I'm Emma, as always.
It's wonderful to be back with you all.
It is. It's actually our spring break. And when this comes out, it will still be our spring break.
That's really great.
I know. It's spring break. It's so great. I've slept and I've read, and that's the only things I need in life.
That's what I've been doing and redoing my room, but yeah.
That sounds like you problem. I've just been sleeping in the filth I call my room. Well, you have to clean your room.
But then I get to paint the night sky on one of my walls and integrate it with things that I love. And
that's pretty cool. I'm actually going to paint this. The room we're in now, I'm going to paint this summer. Hopefully.
I'm going to get rid of that wallpaper?
No, Lily. I decided to leave it there for all eternity. Yes, I'm going to remove the wallpaper.
I was just asking.
You know what? It's episode 12, so that's awesome.
There's only 3 episodes left, guys.
You're not supposed to say that because we haven't talked about that yet. Me, you, and Laura have not discussed if we're stopping at 15. But thanks for bringing the audience in on the discussion.
Shouldn't we just delete that? It'd be so easy. We're only 2 minutes in. Let's just start over.
No.
We're going to keep this in.
You've made a mess, and now you have to see what your mess causes.
No!
Yep, okay. Quote of the day.
Whatever.
I found this on Tumblr, so I know who it's by. I don't know exactly what it means, kind of, but I liked it, so I put it in here. Some people are born with tornadoes in their lives, but constellations in their eyes. Other people are born with stars at their feet, but their souls are lost at sea. Perspectives. Nikita Gill. I don't know if that's a book, a poetry book. I honestly don't know what that is, like, at all. It could be anything.
Possibilities are endless.
I know. It could just be some
especially since you
person.
Found it on Tumblr.
Yeah, it could just be some person making crap up, so you never know.
Pretty nice crap.
It is.
I really like it a lot.
Alright, it's episode 12, as we've already said that. You can still submit your poems. Thank you for that, Lily, that little singing thing to interrupt me.
Hey, do you know how many times you've done stupid stuff? Do I ever comment? Most of the time, no.
Fine. Okay, whatever. Okay. I've noticed a popular way to sending us stuff is on Google Drive, which is great. That just really inconveniences my life, though, guys, because Google Drive doesn't work on the computer. So then see what I gotta do is I gotta log out of Google Drive on my phone, gotta log in as Verse Agreement, gotta go through a verification process because I don't know, and then I maybe get to see it because sometimes Google Drive doesn't work on my phone either. So if you get, just send it to the email. It would be so much more easy if you send it to the email. So just letting you know that's something to do. Alright. This week's poem is written by a good friend of mine, Mo Wood. She's really cool.
She's very cool.
She writes some awesome poetry, and I share a lot of obsessions with her. And this is her poem called I Will. How do I use my time wisely?
Do I think?
Do I contribute to society?
Do I help others learn about the world I love?
No.
I put my head down and do the busy work.
Problems.
Equations.
Analysis.
Graphs.
Sentences.
No. I can't sit still.
I can't do something I don't care about.
I can't tell you every capital.
Of a corrupt US of A? US of A? What?
Yeah, she's trying to say US. I can't solve linear equations.
And I won't read to you in broken Spanish.
I refuse to analyze a book I've never heard of and really barely read.
But I can and will tell you about a war.
Or a country years ago.
A piece of music that I love to play.
That I practice day and night.
And I will tell you about my opinions and try to make you care.
I will show you what it's like to walk a day in my shoes.
A year behind the rest.
Afraid of being different.
Afraid of change.
I can tell you about my stress.
I can tell you about my broken home.
A mental disease and its powers of mass destruction.
That rivals the atomic bomb from all those years ago.
I can tell you about my pain.
I can tell you what it is to be alone, abandoned in the dark.
These are the things I can tell you about.
But it doesn't mean I will. Woo! I love this poem so much. But basically, what we do is every time I've got a poem, or this other girl named Emma has a poem, or Mo has a poem, or someone has a poem at our lunch table, we'll read it, because, like, it's great. Like, we get feedback. Most of the time, it's just like, that poem was awesome, which, I mean, they are awesome, but, I mean, it's always nice to get good feedback. And I was like, dude, you gotta submit this. It's awesome. I'll put it on the show for sure. And she sent it to me in time, and so I was like, this week's episode. And I love this poem a lot, because I think, even though I know it's about Mo, I can see it, like, being about others.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about poetry, is poetry is one of those things that people can really connect to, especially when they're written like this, because it's very easy to attribute it or to
interpret it anyway.
That's not what I was saying. But
sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you know, you could easily put all kinds of people in these situations, and it can easily be about someone else, and that's what's so wonderful about poetry, is the connectivity.
I also really like the part how she talks about in school how we have the classes we love and we hate, the classes we're passionate about, and the classes we can care less about, but we're still forced to take all of them. Like, what's a good example for me?
For you,
I'm good at math, but I don't like it. I don't sit there and do math all day. I hate the concept of band, but I love playing music. I mainly hate band because the people I sit next to are sexist idiots who I hate. That's a story for another day. But still, I hate them so much.
And what also I think is interesting about this one is that because it's such a first-person perspective, it's not necessarily like, here, agree with me. It's like, here is my situation.
Here's what's happening with me.
Like, personally, I think it's important to learn about all kind of different things, because who knows what you're gonna need.
Exactly. Like, I value that, but I just think sometimes that if a kid wants to take an extra science instead of a math one year, then that should be fine.
Yeah, I completely understand the whole idea, because I'm a person who cannot function without having something I care about. I won't, it doesn't work with who I am as a person. So I completely get what this is coming from, and it's so interesting of how accessible this is to other people.
It's a good poem, Mo. Good job. Keep writing.
Good job.
Good job. All right, it's time for Laura's Corner. So let's just turn it over to Laura's Corner.
Yep, let's shoot it over to her.
You can't see, we're making obscene hand gestures.
Obscene? Emma!
I meant, what is it called when you're doing, like, you're just being...
No,
what's the word I'm looking for?
Not the word you said.
I'm sorry. When you're, like, all, like, over dramatic.
You mean hand gestures? It'd just be hand gestures. It wouldn't be obscene.
There's a word I'm looking for.
Well, we can't find it currently. We were making a shooting, like, you know, where you're Superman, and she said a different word. So, we're going to send it over to Laura. I'm sure she's got
Laura, save us.
I'm sure she's got a great
We're sinking ship right now.
So we're gonna actually send it over to her and do a great job. We know you will. Okay. Go, Laura. Go.
Hi, this is Laura. This is Laura's Corner. I have a poem. I'm going to read it to you. I wrote it. I don't know what's up with my voice. Something sounds weird to me. I don't know if it'll sound weird to you, but let's do this. At first it was, I probably wouldn't have gone anyway. That turned into, when did you plan that? I don't remember declining. Why am I always alone with only Instagram as an indicator my friends are still alive and hanging out without me? When did you stop texting me? Do you even still have my number? Do you miss me too? Does anyone even notice I'm gone? If you like me so much, why do you not care when I'm not around? Why am I never there having fun with you? When did I become a backup friend? And was I ever a real one? 3 weeks turn into 2 months, turn into 4, until I can't remember the last time we really spoke and where we were when we did it. My mom likes to ask, "Oh, what's going on with them? You never talk about them anymore." And I wish I could tell her why you dropped me, but I don't have a reason myself. And without any reason, I've come to the conclusion that it must have been something that I did, because why else would I suddenly be so left out? Why is it so surprising to you that I feel this way? You never knew I felt this way. But when you leave someone behind, how do you expect them to feel? When you leave someone behind, should they feel anything other than alone, out of place, unliked, unworthy, awkward, nervous, uncomfortable, confused, replaced? And now, whenever I see you, it's a trial, and hopefully by the end I will be deemed cool enough again. Cool enough to hang out with, and to take selfies with, and laugh with, and just be real friends with again. But whenever I see you, my anxiety spikes, because I don't know how to act on trial, and I don't know how you work, and I haven't known for months. Through your exclusion, I'm afraid we've become uncomfortable acquaintances once more. And this is why I don't understand your reasons for being upset, now that it's my choice to not hang out with you. Because in the end, it's not like it'll really be that much different. Thank you guys, that was kind of a long one. Yep, I wrote that because I'm... Yep. Okay. Man, it's been getting harder to keep track of which poems I've read, so I'm gonna have to make a list about that. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this extraordinary Laura's Corner. Thanks. See you guys later. Bye.
We're back!
That was a great poem.
As always.
As always.
As always. I mean,
It
has
is.
there ever been a bad poem on the show? Like, seriously? From anyone?
I don't think so. We have a pretty high screening process.
Yes. Meaning, if I don't like it, it doesn't go through.
And if I don't like it, I have a talk with them.
Normally, it doesn't go that far, because normally I'm pretty like, I don't like
Yeah.
this poem. It's not. Nope. I don't.
That was the worst 10 seconds ever.
That was
Okay.
30 seconds, actually.
Oh. That's not good.
Alright, Lily's poem.
It's my poem, which technically isn't a poem. This is...
You don't say that.
Well, no, I'm telling a backstory.
Okay.
You get to tell backstories all the time.
Do I?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
You just yip yap about the backstories. Okay, here's... So, a while ago, I finished a test, and sometimes I get really inspired at weird times, and I want to write.
Same.
And basically what happened is I wrote a letter. I started a letter to, my soulmate. Like, the whole idea of this person that I've never met, that I've always had a core belief exists. And so I started this letter to him, and I finished it today, and I kind of used some other writings that I hadn't used before, and so this is basically called A Letter to You. It doesn't have a specific person in mind, more like the idea of, the person that I want to. So, I don't know.
Okay,
here we
it's
go.
time to read it. It's been a minute.
Okay. In a world where evil breeds sadness, the knowledge that you and I will one day find each other makes me believe in magic. So, my love, I wish you to know my heart continues to ache for the soulmate it is certain is waiting for me. Because the love I have reserved for you, and only you, threatens to overwhelm me with its in use. My love, my soul, my light, I would wait for all of my life to love you the way I am meant to. I hope the stars of the heavens align before then, but if not, I promise to love you as deeply as the confines of my soul allows, for as long as my heart, as my being, is encompassed in the rightness of us. Lily.
Oh my gosh. That could be like part of your wedding vows.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
That would be cool. Because
Like,
it wouldn't
"Here's
be
this
fake.
letter I wrote to
And everyone would be like, she wrote that last night. And I'd be like, proof! An episode from 2015! That's good. That's good that this is going on the internet.
Yep, so I'm a proof that I'm a romantic, if you didn't know.
Yeah, if you hadn't figured that out already,
What does
you're
that
not
mean?
listening at all. Literally.
Yeah. So this is really important to me because it's a little piece of my soul. It feels like I'm an extremely optimistic and,
How are we friends?
yeah, and idealist.
We get that a lot.
Yeah, and I believe so much in love and in relationships, and the idea that I have the want for something real instead of just something means a lot to me, and this is kind of like a reminder if I were to ever be in a place where I wasn't really thinking of who I was and what I truly want. And so I'm glad I got to share that with you guys because it means a lot to me.
So back to the thing about people bothering us about friends. I haven't told you this story yet. Basically, I was telling the story of Bachelor Duck, which basically one day we saw this lonely duck by himself, and we call him Bachelor Duck.
He was so handsome. Too.
And I said your name, Lily, and they were like, "What, Lily?" And I'm like, Lily Brown Frederick," and they're like, what? How are you what?
How did they know me?
I don't know how they know you. It was like, I don't even know who they were. They were just like, I was like looking for a story. I was like, they're talking about ducks, I'll talk about Bachelor Duck,
okay.
whatever. And then, like, they know, I don't know, they must have recognized your name, and we're total opposites.
We really, really are.
I mean, we even look like total opposites. Mm-hmm. Blue eyes, hazel eyes, because that makes you mad if I say brown eyes.
Yeah, because they're not brown. I have green.
Brown hair, whatever that color you call your hair. I say blonde, she says something else. And
I have light brown hair. It's kind of caramely, in the sense that it's not brown, but it's not blonde. It's certainly not blonde.
And then when I say dirty blonde, you get mad at me.
Because it's not dirty blonde. I used to be blonde.
You used to get mad at me when I said dirty blonde because it has the word dirty in it. You didn't like that.
Yeah, I never liked that. I felt like it was disrespectful. But I was 6, so...
She had even high standards back then.
It's true. I've always had high standards.
It's very true.
Yeah, I even had high standards when playing Barbies.
What?
I did. I didn't want...
I used to cut Barbie dolls in half. I thought I was a magician.
I used to make my Barbie dolls do inappropriate things to each other. I didn't realize what I was doing. I thought they were dancing.
What?
That's not how you dance. But I was, again, 4. I
was haunted by a Barbie doll. Do you remember that? It was a while. It was like a long time ago. It was back when I was living in the room we were actually in now, which is now our guest room.
That was so...
It was a very long time ago. This room's huge, and I loved it. And I Barbie dream house, and I had this doll, and it looked creepy, because I may have used Sharpie and colored out its eyes.
Oh, yeah!
Yep, that one, and I messed it, and I cut its hair and stuff. And I threw it away, and, like, 2 months later, I found it in the closet, and I was like, this is creepy, and I threw it away again, and then it just kept coming back. Long story short, I burned it.
Oh
it's
God.
not back anymore. Did you forget about that?
Yes, I forgot. I once you started, I forgot that you burned it. That's my favorite thing. I remember you talking to me, like, because it'd been a continuous thing, and I was like, that's weird, and then you're like, she's not gonna bother me anymore. I remember that specifically. You said that exactly to me. I was so confused, and it wasn't until years later you told me that you burned your Barbie doll.
It was haunting me. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know, but, like, everything about us is different. The way we dress, even our sense of humor.
Yeah. Except some things we find funny.
Some things, yeah. But I think
we both get obsessed with things.
Oh, yeah. We're passionate in 2 very different ways, but we're both very passionate.
Yes. I'm not going to mention him. I know
Thank
you're
you.
waiting for me to mention him so you can mention your guy.
Yeah. We also have you do this, I get to do it.
Oh, yeah, we do this thing, like, if I slap her, she gets to slap me.
That's how it works.
But sometimes she does unfair hits, and it's not
That
very
is
fair.
so not true. I do not do unfair hits.
I poked her, and she hit me.
That did not happen.
Yes, it did.
It's not.
You know what? We are 5 minutes off topic.
Yeah, but anyway, if we hadn't grown up together, I don't know if we would be friends.
We would be friends.
We would?
We would. I'm pretty sure.
But anyway...
I want you to look at my friends for a second.
You don't...
Would I be able to survive with just them?
Oh, no.
No.
There are too many nerds in your group.
There's too many nerds in my friend group. None of them listen to this, so I know I can call them nerds. Basically, they are...
Yeah, Emma needs an outside person.
I do.
Because otherwise she'd be too stressed out.
I would. It's true.
But yeah.
I have to plan everything, and one of them's like, I have a social event idea. We all sit on Skype and watch the same movie.
Instead of just, like, going to a house.
Yeah, or going to the movie theater.
Yeah, it's like, let's get on Skype so we're together, but not really.
Yeah.
So I can say I hung out with my friends, but not really.
Yeah. He's special. Actually, that's a funny story. I forgot about that. Not getting into that right now. But, okay, so this week's point of the week is Elizabeth Bishop, who I'm like 25% maybe we've said her name and talked about her before, but I'm not sure.
I think I would remember the name Bishop because I really like the last name Bishop.
I think I've talked about her before, but I don't know. Basically, this poem's called One Art, and I saved it like 2 months ago, and I don't know why I haven't read it, so if it seems a little choppy, it's because I haven't read it in like a month, and that's my own fault, so I'm sorry. Apologizing ahead of time. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with intent. To be lost, that their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day, except the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster, places and names, and where it was you meant to travel. None of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch, and look, my last or next to last of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones, and vaster, some realms I own, 2 rivers and a continent. I missed them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I love, I shan't have lied. It's evident the art of losing not too hard to master, though it may look like it. Write it like a disaster. That was weird. At the end they had parentheses and it threw me off. I like this poem a lot because it repeats the same line, the art of losing isn't hard to master. When you think about it, it's true because, like, you lose things every day, and at the end, it's building up to something, and what I got from it is she lost someone she loves. Like, not as in, like, her mother or her father, as in, like, a husband or a fiance, boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend, I don't know. I don't know her life.
Romantic interest.
That was probably the better way to say that. And so, like, it was weird at the end, like it said, though it may look like, in parentheses, write it like a disaster. So, I mean, it probably really read, it's evident the art of losing, not too hard to master, though it may look like disaster. What?
I'm gonna just move on.
I don't understand why there's this stuff at the end. That bothers me. It's a good poem. I definitely like it. And I actually found it because my English teacher has, like, this packet of poems on the internet, I don't know, on her website that she makes us use, and I read through it on my phone, and I was just like, screenshot, and that's how I pick my poems. I feel weird, because I told you guys the Barbie doll story.
I wasn't thinking.
Lily will never be able to pull it together.
Oh my god. Who were we talking to? You.
What?
The
Who are
pot
we
calling
talking
the
to?
kettle black.
I don't like that phrase. I think we should come up with a better one.
Not now.
Oh, not now?
No. We've already made them listen to our friendship stuff, so. Which is.
They like it.
I'm sure you love our relationship.
Why would you be listening otherwise?
It's been so long since we talked about Ely. Remember that used to be like an everyday thing?
That what, last year, people shipped us together as in, like, lesbians. And there's actually fan art.
We also, I think we mentioned this in the last
Probably, and they're not appropriate to show on the show, so.
The one, for all you know, we're
They-
talking.
Both are not appropriate.
But I thought the second one is just our 2 faces.
What?
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 Is there another one?
I don't know
That's
what you're
not
talking
the
about.
2
I'm gonna
faces?
find it, and okay, let's do the shout out so that we can get done with this and talk about this, because
Okay.
obviously Lily doesn't remember. So this week is a special shout out. It's not to you guys, though we love you guys. Never mind.
Go.
Shout out this week goes out to Laura. You know, the girl from Laura's Corner, the one who sends us a poem every week, and sometimes I feel as if we don't tell her thank you enough, because she really does great stuff for us, and so I thought, why not use this time to say thank you for her hard work. And I mean, we know it's hard to write poems, and it's even harder to have the confidence to share really deep emotional ones, which she does. And it's hard to do that sometimes. Like, I know I struggle with it. Like, I have tons of poems, and sometimes people are like, can I read your poetry book? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, like, even me, who's, me and Laura are both actors, so we are very comfortable up on the stage, but there have been a couple poems that have been hard to share. Like, Just Once, which is, like, way back in episode 4, which I wrote about my real romantic feelings for someone. That was very hard to share with you guys.
Yeah.
And so when Laura does this consistently every week, and she really puts forth effort into this show, I mean, she's not just churning out.
Yeah, she's not
Anything.
just being like, here's
I have to do
a
a
haiku,
poem.
refrigerator,
Yeah.
elves, I don't know. That was...
You shouldn't have added elves. It would have
Okay.
been fine.
Okay.
But we really do appreciate it. And
Yeah.
so we want to thank you because, number one, you're an awesome person. And number
That's
two,
true.
it's been a really incredible thing that you've
Yeah.
done with us.
And it's not always hard, or it's not always easy.
Yeah.
I'm very tired.
Emma needs to go to bed.
I babysat yesterday for like 12 hours, and I'm just exhausted. I also slept on the floor, so. Well, basically, it's hard to share emotional poems. Like, our school is doing a slam poem thing, and I'm like, I want to do this so bad. And I'm sending 2 poems to this group chat I have, and I was like, guys, pick. And they picked one that had more emotion in it for me. Like, it would be harder for me to get up on the stage and just share that poem. And I mean, where am I going with this? Laura would be able to do it and have the confidence to do it because she's amazing.
And yeah, we really think that you are amazing. And
You are. You really are.
So we love you, and we're thanking you because we love you.
Yes. Also, thank you to Risden for our thumbnail picture, which you guys hopefully have noticed by now. And also, it looks nothing like us anymore because
Nope.
we all got haircuts. And eye colors were wrong. But Risden, thank you. You tried.
It was a nice effort.
It was. I really like it. I still like it.
Yeah, I like it.
And also, we might be putting it on t-shirts very soon. So look out on Redbubble, except none of you know my Redbubble name, so never mind. If they get on Redbubble, we'll tell you about it. And there'll be no profit in it for us. I'm going to make it so it's the cheapest it can be with us making nothing because it's for you guys.
Exactly. And us, because I want to buy a t-shirt.
You want to buy a t-shirt too?
Yeah.
I think we'll get free t-shirts probably. I don't know.
Woo.
They probably won't let us do that.
Bring a t-shirt.
The shirts will be periwinkle. And if you don't feel comfortable...
Periwinkle?
The background is periwinkle. We're not going to have a periwinkle thing.
It's not a periwinkle background. Hold on, show it to me.
I can. If I click out of this, it will stop recording.
Oh. Well, it's a purple background.
Write in the comments what color you think it is, because it's fucking periwinkle.
Periwinkle is
I
that
just cursed.
beautiful-
I am so sorry.
Oh, Emma!
We had a clean show up until then. Sorry.
But, like, it's a beautiful... Periwinkle is like a beautiful light blue.
Periwinkle is purple, blue, and white.
Okay, whatever. This is a horrible...
I have a ceramic house downstairs that is periwinkle.
Okay.
Because everyone in my art class,
We're
including the art teacher, said periwinkle wasn't a color. And I was like,
We're going...
what? You are
we're
an
going-
art teacher.
We're going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
We can't end... Okay,
Periwinkle is a color.
of course periwinkle's a color. There's a crayon called periwinkle.
Snaps for you.
Snaps for you.
Invisible hearts.
Invisible hearts to you guys.
Invisible hats.
No! We talked about this! You can't turn me down on invisible hats and then just bring it up being like, oh, I guess it's cool now when I first did it.
It is
It's
cool
not
now.
cool now. It's not a thing. No invisible
I
hats.
think you just
Invisible
broke
hats
my
do
eardrum.
not exist. Hearts. Invisible hearts.